it's Ian at RTL here. Welcome to Tuesday's Retro Ranking. It's a band that we've been trying to get done for a few weeks, but in the last few weeks obviously we've had people sadly passing away. So today we've finally got round to doing the Kinks. Really good band from English rock band, formed in Muswell Hill in North London 1963 by brothers Ray and Day Davis. They are one of the most influential rock bands in the 60s, and I'd say they're one of the heaviest bands from the 60s. They were a lot heavier than the Stones, they were a lot heavier than the Beatles, and I consider these being one of the first really rock bands. So with that, the classic lineup of the Kinks was Ray Davis, Dave Davis, Mick Avoy and Peter Quaife. But other bassists that will appear on our top 10, John Dalton appeared on a couple of the songs as well. I've just always liked their music. It's, you know, in our house, we was always brought up on 60s music, so it's amazing that it's all rubbed off on me. So I've chosen these are my favourite top 10 songs by the Kinks, and I've got a couple of honourable mentions as well. So if yours is different to mine, please put them in the comments box. I mean, it'd be nice if any of you guys that were around in them days to put yours in to see if they tie up with mine, and what you think of, someone that only remembers the later songs, really. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think of what I've put at my number 1 and what I've put at my number 10. So let's get started. So coming in at number 10 then is a song from 1970, reached number 4 in the UK, 45 in the American charts, and it is 8 Man. I don't know why I like this. I just think it's one of their funny songs. I do like the reference about taking your clothes off and living in the jungle. Quite hip for 1970, eh? I just like the song. I think it's quirky. It's got a nice catchy hook. Great song. Okay, coming in at number 9 from 1965. Number 9 in the UK, didn't chart in America, See My Friends. This is a bit psychedelic for 1965. Really good vocal, and I like the song. It's really good. I think Saxon did a cover of this on their Inspirations album, actually. Okay, coming in at number 8 then. This is a classic. From 1967, got to number 2, Waterloo Sunset. I love this song. I love the bass line, I love the lyrics. It's just about normal life in London, and it is a terrific song. I've also got a version of it by Def Leppard, and that's good as well. It's just a great track. Coming in at number 7 then, Tired of Waiting for You from 1965, got to number 1 in the UK and number 6 in America. Another classic track. It's just part of that 60s sound, isn't it? You hear this and you think of the 60s, you think of that mid 60s in London. Terrific track. Okay, number 6. I don't know if the purists like this one, but I love it. The dedicated follower of fashion. I didn't put what year it come down. Got to number 46 and number 36 in the US charts. I'll just check because it's now bugging me. Let's consult my folder. I can't believe I've done this. What a wally. But then again, I've had such a horrendous week. Oh, here we go. 1966. How should I not forget that? That was the year I was born. Oh dear. Senior moment for me, Iain. But I love the song. I love the quirkiness of it. I love the lyrics. It is a fantastic song. And a band that I used to go and see back in the day, who I've just got back in contact with, Tough at the Top, and they used to sing this as well. It was a great version. Okay, coming in at number 5, I got the year on this one, 1964. Got to number 2 in the UK, number 7 in the US, All Day and All of the Night. I think this is probably one of the first heavy guitar distortions tracks. Great track, of course. I think it's the first time you've heard distorted guitars. Great track. Got a version of it by the Stranglers as well. That's a really good track. Love that track. Okay, coming in at number 4, track from 1968, number 12, another favourite of mine, Days. It's just a song that you put on and you think about all your memories. Again, for me, you know, every time I hear this, I think of my childhood, and I love that track for that reason. Okay, coming in at number 3 is another song from 1964, a number 1 over here, number 7 in the US, You've Really Got Me. Another heavy track. Now, I remember watching a interview with Ray Davies, and this is how they got that sound. They got one of the amps and got a razor blade and slashed it. And I would say, again, this is what made them different. They had a heavy sound for the 60s, and that track is a great track, fantastic track. Okay, coming in at number 2 for me, from 1966, number 1 in the UK, 14 in the US, Sunny Afternoon. I love this song. I've got very fond memories of this song. Back in the early 2000s, I was living in a village not far from Northampton, and it was on the jukebox in my local pub, and after a few sherbets, doesn't matter what time of day it was, someone would put this on the jukebox and we used to all start singing it, and I love this track even today. Just fond memories of that track. Okay, my number 1 got to number 2 in the UK, number 9 in the US, from 1970, and it's the brilliant Lola. I just love this track. I love the story, I love the quirkiness of it, I love the hook. It's got such a catchy tune, and it was all about, you know, very controversial but at the time, but I think it's one of their best songs and I love it to death. So there's my top 10, but I have got a couple of honourable mentions. The first one is from 1967, got to number 3, Autumn Almanac. I just love this song because it's just, it mentions it's just very British, about very British things and things that normal people do. It was just outside my top 10. I love it. That's one thing about this band. They were very British and sang about very British things. Terrific. Another honourable mention from 1966, number 5 in the UK, 73 in the US, Dead End Street. Another, I can understand why this didn't chart very high in America, because it is very British. It's about normal life, living in a normal street in Britain in 1966. Fantastic track. just outside my top 10. And my last honourable mention of the day, from 1965, number 8 in the UK charts, 50 in America, Till the End of the Day. It's just a feel-good track, one of the heavy tracks, and some great riffs, especially from 1965. It is a fantastic song. Okay, we finally did the Kinks. It's been sitting there collecting dust for about 3 or 4 weeks now, so we've finally done it. Great band. Ray Davies is, of course, is still making music, and there's some great clips of him at Glastonbury a few years ago singing these songs. Fantastic. I'll put some of the classics in a playlist for you. Next week's is a viewer's request. It all started on let's go back to my very first video, Status Quo, and we was talking about songs, and there was an album that I ranked very low and someone thought it was very good, so I said, okay, justify why you think it's better than that. And we had a great conversation, and that's what I love about doing this. You know, we get into some great conversations and discussions about music, and that's what I love doing. And he said you should do your top 10 favourite Status Quo songs for your favourite guitar solos. And I said, yes, he's going to do the same. So next retro ranking is a bit different. It's my favourite Status Quo songs that's got my favourite guitar solos in. So that should be a lot of fun. I've already done it. The list's done. Took me 2 minutes. So that's for next week. Okay, have a great day. I'll be back tomorrow with Marathon Wednesday, and it is a true marathon tomorrow. Again, it's not a viewer's request, it's just a friend of mine that has been badgering me to do this, and I gave in the end. I'm going to be doing Motorhead. 22 albums. Should be fun. So I'll see you tomorrow for that. Take care for now.